If you're over 60 and your knee has been feeling swollen, heavy, puffy, or just plain uncomfortable, pause right here with me for a moment. Because what I'm about to tell you is something very few people ever hear from their doctor or physiotherapist. Most people think swollen knees just come with age, or that knee fluid is something you have to tolerate, ice, or hope goes away when it feels like it. But that's not true. And the fact that you're here, listening, tells me something important. You're not just looking for relief, you're looking for answers. You want your knee to move naturally again. You want to bend it, walk, climb stairs, sit, stand, and even sleep without that constant pressure or stiffness. You want to feel like yourself again. And that is exactly what this video is going to help you do. Today, I'm going to walk you through 5 medical, physiotherapy-backed exercises that don't just reduce swelling, they help your body actually absorb that excess fluid, improve circulation inside the knee joint, and calm down the inflammation that causes the swelling in the first place. These aren't random stretches, they're not painful, and you don't need any equipment. These are the exact gentle, targeted movements physical therapists use for patients in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s who come in barely able to bend their knee because of swelling. And the best part? When you do these consistently, the fluid doesn't just go down, the whole knee starts to work better. Your walking improves, you feel lighter on your feet, your balance stabilizes, and those sharp morning pains slowly fade away. So if your knee looks or feels swollen, if it feels full or tight when you bend, if you've been told you have a knee effusion, water in the knee, or fluid buildup from arthritis, meniscus irritation, or just overuse, this is the video you needed. And stick with me all the way to the end because it's not just the exercises, it's so you do them, how long you hold them, and the order that makes all the difference. Before we dive in, I want you to take a second and really think about your knee. Does it feel tight right now? Does it feel like bending is restricted? Does it feel like something is pushing from inside? Most people don't realize that knee swelling isn't caused only by injury. Chronic inflammation, weak muscles, poor drainage, arthritis flare-ups, and a long walk on a bad day, even eating too long, can cause the knee capsule to fill up with fluid. And once that fluid is there, it doesn't just disappear by itself. Your body needs the right movement pattern, note movement, to rein it out. And that is what these exercises do. Alright, let's jump into the first one, and this is the foundation of everything that comes next. It's simple, it's gentle, and it works even if your knee is very tender right now. Find a bed, a couch, or a comfortable surface. Sit with your legs straight in front of you. Now place one hand right above your kneecap and slowly tighten the muscle on top of your thigh. Not by lifting the leg, not by forcing anything, just by gently squeezing that quadriceps muscle until you see or feel the knee flatten down into the bed. It should feel like the back of your knee is trying to touch the surface below it. This movement pumps fluid upward and wakes up the muscle that controls how stable your knee feels. Hold that gentle squeeze for 5 seconds, then relax. Now here's the part most people never do. Keep your ankle relaxed, keep your breathing soft, and don't lean backward or tense your whole body. Just let the quadriceps do the work. Repeat this 10 times slowly. You might even feel a little warmth around the kneecap, that circulation improving, that's fluid beginning to move. Now let's move to the second exercise, and this is where drainage really accelerates. Stay in the same position with your legs straight. This time, place a small pillow, a rolled towel, or even a folded blanket under your knee so the knee is slightly bent. Now gently press your knee down into the pillow while lifting your heel just an inch off the bed. This one strengthens your VMO, that teardrop-shaped muscle on the inside of the knee that's responsible for tracking, stability, and proper drainage. When the VMO fires properly, swelling reduces faster because the knee joint becomes more aligned and fluid circulation improves. Hold that lift for 3 seconds, then lower it gently. Don't rush. Think of your knee as a balloon that you're gradually decompressing. Slow, steady pressure is what makes the difference. And if you feel your knee shaking a little, that's perfectly normal. It means the muscle is waking up again. Do this 10 to 12 times. Now I want you to take a moment to notice how your knee feels. Even after these first 2 exercises, many people already feel their knee loosening, like the tightness is starting to melt. You might feel a little lighter. You might feel like bending the knee suddenly feels a bit more possible. This is exactly what we want. This is your body signaling that the fluid is starting to shift. Let's move to the third exercise, which is incredibly underrated but extremely powerful for reducing knee fluid, ankle pumps, but not the typical ones people rush through. These must be slow and controlled because the ankle acts as a secondary pump that controls circulation up the leg. Lie down or sit with your legs straight and completely relaxed. Point your toes forward slowly, then pull them back toward your shin slowly. This movement creates a natural pumping action that squeezes the calf muscle, which in turn helps push fluid upward from the lower leg into the lymphatic system. If your calf and ankle are stiff, the fluid around your knee has no easy pathway to drain. This is why ankle pumps are essential. But here's the key. You must do them for at least 30 to 45 seconds non-stop. Not fast, not jerky, just smooth back and forth movement. Feel the stretch at the end, then let it release. This is like turning on your body's natural drainage system. When done correctly, this can cut swelling down dramatically even in people with arthritis. Now let's move to the fourth exercise, which targets the hamstrings, the long muscles behind your thigh that help bend the knee. When the hamstrings are weak or tight, the knee joint becomes compressed and swelling sticks around longer. For this exercise, keep your leg straight on the bed and place your heel on a towel so it slides easily. Slowly slide your heel toward but while keeping your foot relaxed. Don't lift the leg, don't force anything. Just slide. When you reach the point where your knee bends about halfway, or as far as comfortable, pause for a second and then slowly slide the heel back out. The sliding motion takes pressure off the front of the knee and gently mobilizes the joint. This is what helps push fluid out of the joint capsule. People with knee effusion often avoid bending the knee because it feels tight or full, but this movement actually restores the motion that reduces that full feeling. Do not worry if the knee feels stiff at first. The more you slide, the easier it becomes. Try doing 10 gentle slides. Now as we move into the fifth exercise, I want you to listen carefully because this is the one most people skip, yet it's the one that truly seals the results. It's called the calf wall stretch, and it directly affects swelling because when the calf is tight, the entire back of the leg becomes congested. And congestion equals swelling. Stand facing a wall, place your hands on the wall, step 1 foot back, and keep the heel pressed down. Bend the front knee slightly and lean forward until you feel a gentle stretch in the calf of the back leg. Now here's the trick. Hold this for a full 30 seconds without bouncing, without forcing, and without leaning your body weight too heavily forward. Just enough pressure to feel that long stretch. This lengthens the tissue behind the knee and allows better blood flow and lymphatic drainage. Switch sides and repeat. People who have chronic swollen knees often discover that stretching the calf regularly makes swelling go down twice as fast, because tight calf traps fluid in the knee. Now you've learned the 5 medical exercises, but I want to go deeper with you, because the exercises alone are powerful, but when you understand why they work, you're more likely to stay consistent, and consistency is what transforms your knee. You may not know this, but when your knee swells, your quadriceps muscle immediately shuts down. It's like your brain flips a switch and says, "Nope, we're protecting this knee today." That's why your leg feels weak when swollen, not because you suddenly lost strength, but because inflammation interrupts the nerve signals. The first 2 exercises we did helped reactivate those muscle signals. They literally wake the quadriceps back up. And once that happens, your knee becomes more stable, less irritated, and less likely to swell again. Another thing people don't realize is that fluid doesn't just sit in the knee randomly. It sits where movement is restricted. If you bend your knee less, fluid accumulates in the front. If your hamstrings are tight, it sits in the back. If your calf is stiff, fluid gets trapped below the joint line. Every one of the exercises you're learning today is designed to target a different area of this fluid traffic jam. It's like clearing blockages one by one until the knee feels free again. Now let's talk about something very important, pacing. If your knee is extremely swollen right now, do fewer repetitions but do them more often. For example, 5 quad squeezes, 5 towel presses, 10 ankle pumps, 5 heel slides, and 1 calf stretch on each side. Repeat this 2 or 3 times a day. As your knee improves, You can increase reps slowly. What you must never do is push through pain. Swelling responds best to gentle movement, not aggressive exercise. Think of these exercises like massaging the inside of the knee but using movement instead of fingers. Now I want you to imagine something for a moment. Imagine waking up one morning and swinging your legs out of bed without that stiff, tight, heavy feeling in your knee. Imagine walking into your living room and realizing your knee isn't aching with every step. Imagine climbing stairs without holding onto the railing. Imagine not worrying about whether you can go for a walk, or go to the market, or play with your grandchildren, or kneel to pray, or get out of a chair without hesitation. That is not a fantasy. I've seen people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s achieve that with the same 5 exercises you're learning today. The human body heals when it gets the right kind of movement. Now let's talk about what you should feel as you continue doing these exercises daily. First, you'll notice the knee starts to feel lighter. That's one of the earliest signs that fluid is decreasing. You may also notice you can bend the knee a little more. Or you might hear fewer clicks and pops. Your balance might improve. Your leg might feel stronger when standing up from a chair. And here's an important sign. Your knee may start to have a warm sensation after the exercises. That warmth is a good thing. It means circulation has improved. And now let's talk about the biggest mistake people over 60 make with swollen knees. They rest too much. Resting feels like the right thing because the knee hurts, but prolonged rest actually traps the fluid. The knee becomes tight, inflamed, and even more swollen. When you move the knee gently, like we're doing today, you're helping your body filter that fluid naturally. This is why people who stay still get worse, and people who do gentle movement get better. Another factor I want you to be aware of is posture. Believe it or not, how you stand affects swelling. If your knee turns inward when walking or standing, you're putting more pressure on the joint and encouraging swelling. If your thigh muscles are weak, your knee collapses inward and rubs. If your calf is stiff, your heel doesn't strike properly. Everything is connected. And these 5 exercises address those connections. The quad squeezes rebuild stability. The towel press activates alignment muscles. The ankle pump improves circulation. The heel slide restores bending. The calf stretch improves the entire leg chain. Now let's go deeper into each exercise strategy so you understand exactly what your knee needs. With the quad squeeze, the goal is maximum activation with minimal stress. You want to feel the front of your thigh tighten but without lifting the leg. Lifting too early can irritate the knee. Once your swelling goes down, you can progress to straight leg raises if you want, but only when the fluid is reduced. With the towel press, the goal is to train that inner thigh muscle, the VMO, because when it's weak, your kneecap doesn't track properly. Misaligned kneecaps cause irritation and more fluid. So this exercise reduces swelling by improving tracking. With the ankle pumps, you want smooth, rhythmic movement. Imagine water flowing upward through a tube. That's exactly what this exercise does inside your leg. The slower you move, the more effective the drainage. With the heel slide, the key is not forcing your knee. You want gradual bending. If you feel tightness, pause. That tightness is your joint capsule stretching. And stretching that capsule helps fluid leave the joint. Finally, with the calf stretch, the focus is long holds. A tight calf is often one of the biggest hidden causes of knee swelling because it disrupts circulation. The stretch must be gentle but held long enough for the muscle to relax. Now I want to give you something extremely valuable, a daily routine you can follow. Do these exercises once in the morning and once in the evening. If your knee is very swollen, add a 3rd session around midday. Drink water afterward because hydration helps lymphatic drainage. And if you want a bonus tip, elevate your leg for 10 minutes after doing the exercises. Not before, after. Elevation works best when the fluid has already been mobilized by movement. Let's talk about sleeping positions for a moment because this is something almost nobody discusses, yet it affects swelling a lot. If you sleep on your back, keep a pillow under your knee but not too high, just enough to keep it comfortable. If you sleep on your side, keep a pillow between your knees so the joint isn't pulling inward or twisting. If you sleep on your stomach, try to switch positions because that can put unnecessary strain on the knee. Small changes here make big improvements in swelling and pain. One more thing I want you to understand, you don't need strength to reduce swelling, you need activation. Many people think, my knee is too weak, but weakness doesn't cause swelling. Inflammation does. And inflammation reduces when the muscles begin to activate again. So don't worry if you feel weak. Strength comes later. Activation comes first. And that is exactly what these 5 exercises give you. And now, as we come toward the end of this video, I want to encourage you. You are not stuck with a swollen knee. You're not stuck with stiffness. You're not stuck with that heavy, full feeling. No matter your age, 60, 70, even 80, your knee can improve. Your body can heal. These exercises are not miracles. They're not shortcuts. They are the natural, scientific way to help your knee drain fluid, calm inflammation, and restore function. And if you stay consistent, your knee will respond. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. Tell me which exercise gave you the most relief. And if you want more videos like this, exercises for arthritis, meniscus tears, strength over 60, balance, posture, lower back pain, make sure you subscribe because I make videos just for you. And before you go, remember this, your age does not limit your ability to heal. Your body is always listening, always responding, always adapting. Give it the right movement, and it will reward you.